Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today. Actually, no, we weren't. We were gathered 10 years ago because 10 years ago was the day that Mrs Scrapyard Techie and I got married. That was the 19th of December 2009. It is now the 19th of December 2019. So, look, it's been 10 years, which is quite a long time, actually. That's a decade. Now, look, if you were at the wedding, or even if you weren't at the wedding, it doesn't change the fact that my wedding speech was freaking terrible. And over the last 10 years, I've thought about redoing it, and I thought, you know what, 10 years is probably a good time to redo that. Problem is, the problem with my wedding speech was that it was not prepared at all. With the amount of stuff that we had going on with getting everything prepared for the wedding, getting everything ready for the wedding, and at the same time, we were going through the process of buying the townhouse that we lived in for the first several years that we were married, and then getting ready to move into that, because before that, we both lived at home with our parents. That was massive. So yeah, it just didn't have time to prepare a wedding speech or, then actually practice it or anything. I wasn't very good at public speaking back then. Some would say I'm still not that good at public speaking now. Well, sorry, difference being I didn't like public speaking back then. Now I don't actually mind it. So that's a very long story and a very long process, but anyway, that's something that's changed. What hasn't changed, though, is that I still haven't prepared anything. But look, I would like to take this opportunity to pay honor and respect, really, to Sharissa, Mrs Scrapyard Techie, my wife, who does a lot of stuff behind the scenes that none of you get to see, but is absolutely essential for the running of, well, not only the household and keeping the family getting through day-to-day life, but stuff down here at the workshop too. Stuff like, buying the drinks, making sure we have the lollies that you guys come down here and eat, stuff like that. I used to do mostly on my own, and there's just not enough hours in the day to get everything done, right? But yeah, these are little things that, most of you guys probably don't think about. That's the stuff that would affect most of you that are watching this. But then there's other stuff as well, day-to-day stuff that I don't always have time to do, because running this place takes a huge amount of time and effort, which you've probably seen. And look, some of that stuff is interesting, while she takes care of the stuff that may not be so interesting. It probably won't ever get documented on video like this, the day-to-day life of helping to keep a family and a business and a household running, But yeah, I see it, I appreciate it, thank you. And yeah, now you all know that too. But look, the other thing is that my wedding speech was really just a quick lot of thank yous to everybody. And much as that was good to appreciate people and stuff, I didn't actually really get to say anything hugely meaningful, I don't think. Or, tell the story of how we got together or anything like that. At least not as far as I remember. Now look, I'm at the age where I cannot say that I haven't done something before, because sometimes people come back and point out, well, actually, what about this, and this? So now I'm at the point where I have to say, I don't ever remember doing that. Because just because I don't remember I did it doesn't mean I actually didn't. I think that means I'm getting old. But anyway, look. So let's recap, shall we? So there is a number that keeps recurring in our lives, which is the number 19. Now, a lot of you probably don't know this, so I will tell the story. Now, look, we went on our first date on the 19th of February 2009. 19. Take note. And yeah, that was just, at a, what was it? Toscani's at Garden City, which no longer exists. I'm pretty sure Toscani's exists other places though. But anyway, it's like an eating place. I don't know if it was like a cafe/restaurant. I don't even remember now. But obviously you could go there and have a meal and stuff. So we did that. That was cool. And then things progressed quite quickly. So from there, we then ended up getting married on the 19th of December 2009. If you do the maths, that is 10 months from first date to getting married. And some people probably say, hey, that's really, really quick. I guess it was. But look, the type of people that we found in getting ready for that, getting ready for marriage, that we are very similar people. That was largely thanks to pre-marriage counseling. Thank you to Pastor Lance and Jenny. Hi, guys, if you're watching this. who went through pre-marriage counselling with us, which included a bunch of questions as to how we think about and see life, what we want out of life, and personality tests. And we found that we were very, very similar people, which was really weird because usually opposites attract, but not in our case. But in that case, that means that we think the same a lot about a lot of things, which means that we hold the same values about a lot of things, which means that we agree and we can just get on with it for a lot of things. So we got married at, I was 22, she was 24. Yes, she's older than me. I'm not sure if you all knew that either. So yeah, now 10 years on, we're now 32 and 34. Just for those who didn't want to bother doing the math. But yeah, it's been an interesting, very interesting 10 years. Now, since then, we've got the addition of our 2 children, Grace and Ruth. Grace, who is 6, about to turn 7, and Ruth, who has just turned 5 recently. And yeah, the business, which I jokingly, although actually probably is our 3rd child, that being, most of you know it as 3P Garage, but it is actually Immemorable Services Proprietary Limited. Say that 5 times fast because I can't. Anyway, I'll come back to that. So look, between that, like I said, 19th of Feb 2009 was the first date. 19th of December 2009 was the wedding. Between there, we got engaged on the 19th of June 2009, and we had our engagement party on the 19th of September 2009. Since then, we've also had the registration of the business, which happened on the 19th of July 2011. So, yeah. And then, all the other major things, we registered. Okay, so our trading name is 3P Garage. You can have more than one trading name for a business. So we registered a new trading name recently, which was earlier this year. And I'm pretty sure that was 19th of August 2019. 19, yeah, it keeps going. Anyway, our new trading name on top of 3P Garage is the Dot Mill, which is our technological and digital marketing side of the things. So, yeah. If you didn't know that, you now know that. What else did we have? We also made the announcement recently that we are changing what we're doing with 3P Garage, which you would have seen. We are closing this location, which means that we are clearing out everything, which is a massive job, and moving into an office type environment where what we've been doing is we've been wrecking Subarus and selling the parts off those. We're now moving into selling new car parts, but look, that's a whole different story. We're also doing technological work and hopefully do some more digital marketing stuff through the Dot Mill, but yeah, that's not important for this story. You can go back and see all the previous videos about that if you want to go searching and find that. So 19, so we announced that big, massive change, which is the next chapter of our business, and that in turn, in effect, our life. We announced that late 18th, so we started selling everything off, getting ready for the move on the 19th of November 2019. And that's been going well so far. Now, today, we also got, where are they? Here. This is the key for the new office. And of course, that had to happen on the 19th of December 2019, didn't it? So look, 19, everything major seems to happen on the 19th. So that's, well, maybe not everything, but a heck of a lot of things happen on the 19th. I don't know what's with that. Some of it was intentional, obviously, because we picked the date for something. Some things just happened to line up and work well with those dates. Like, I'm pretty sure the date for the wedding, the engagement, engagement party and wedding dates just happened to be 19th. They fell on Saturdays and dates that people were more likely to be available. So yeah, we went with that. So yeah, it's been a very interesting 10 years. It's going to be a very interesting another 10 years and probably the rest of our lives. I don't imagine it would stop being interesting at any point. So we'll go with that. But yeah, I couldn't pick anyone better to do that with. And yeah, it's been interesting. It's definitely been challenging at times, not necessarily with each other, just with stuff that comes up in life. Yeah, that's the other thing. Because we're similar, there's not many huge major arguments, or, you know, because we're thinking and valuing the same things. So yeah, I don't know where else to go with that. Just sort of make mention of that. So yeah, if you want to see what happens with that, if you want to see some of the more major stuff that we're doing, even though I'm the one talking about it on video publicly, Mrs Scrapyard Techie sure is still very much involved with that, and a very awesome person to be doing that with. If this was the actual wedding, I'd be saying how lovely she and the bridesmaids look, but look, none of them are here. It's like, it's really late at night. We've just finished our Thursday night community nights, which we've been doing every Thursday for ages down here. And yeah, but look, she looks lovely every day anyway. And I don't just say that, like, that's what I think anyway. But yeah, if you want to see more about this and about what we do next, you can follow and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks. Bye.